A little bit distracted there. Sorry about that. Welcome to Gunthrek Live. We are basically just doing an extension of what my daily recordings typically have been. Decided I wanted to try to advance my whatever it is that I'm doing. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't have a word for it. I'm struggling a little bit to get Rumble working because they really went out of their way to make it difficult to do this. So unfortunately, anybody who was waiting on Rumble, I have 3 viewers waiting in there, so that sucks. It is what it is. Yeah, live format is a little bit more difficult, especially until I get to the point where I can actually pay attention to things, but that's fine. So yeah, today's videos are going to be the same as we did yesterday. Elite Dangerous, DCS World, and Call of the Wild. So hopefully you guys are interested in those games. If not, as we grow the channel and hopefully build a live audience that comes and kind of hangs out with us as we do this, maybe things will get better. Yeah, I'm having to strike a balance between, I'm looking at my camera right now, I'm having to strike a balance between getting decent visual clarity with the resolution, having a decent resolution, and then having a 30 FPS frame rate on it. And then it really looks like crap. It really looks like crap when it does that. So I think I might just go ahead, take a second, and adjust this back down to where I can get to the 50 frames per second. And ideally, all right. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Lower resolution, but at least it doesn't look like I'm having like a bad frame rate kind of thing. I was really hoping that the Rumble thing would come up. It says it's streaming. But I can't bring it up on the actual. I can't bring it up on the actual thing here, so that really sucks. Oh, okay. I guess it is working. Okay, cool. So now that I figured that out, sorry to keep you waiting. I want to start every one of these streams from the perspective of, wow, why is Okay. I want to start everyone. I'm sorry for the camera quality. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't usually look this bad. I want to try to build my brand into something a little bit bigger and something that's hopefully more than just gaming. So live streaming is kind of the next step in my evolution on the channel. And then after that, you know, hopefully turn it into more of like, you know, we're all just, I'm creating a place for people to come and hang out. Somebody who's looking, I'm looking for people who are interested in like a chill experience and not necessarily drama, craziness, ridiculousness. We got enough of that in the world. We need more places where you can just come and hang out, maybe enjoy some video games, maybe enjoy watching some interesting videos, maybe talk about some interesting subjects that aren't politics, religion, drama, all of that crap. So, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. But for now, until we get to that point, I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing for my channel, and that is recording my game. So our first game for today is going to be Elite Dangerous. We're going to go ahead and hop into that. The process for this, I've already had one viewer, a family member, tell me that they don't like the fact that I'm basically talking about what I'm doing on the stream, but that's just how I am. I'm not a polished professional kind of, or I'm not a polished presentation focused kind of person. I want to give you guys a real experience. So that is what that is. I have a feeling that yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I downloaded the Logitech G Hub software or whatever, and was using that to try to adjust some image settings, but it's clearly slowing my camera down. So that's a little bit better. Anyways, I was trying to bring up the fact that, because I'm basically just doing what I normally do, I'm recording things, I'm making videos out of these live streams. So we're going to go ahead and hop into Elite Dangerous. You will see the logo pop up several times throughout the live stream as we switch between different games and different videos. When you see a new logo popped up, that means I've started a new recording. So there are two different audiences that I'm catering to here. There's you, the live audience who chooses to show up for the recording session. Think of it like you're sitting in the audience at a game show or something like that. You're there watching the taping of the thing, and you get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes kind of look at what's going on for the actual videos that we're doing. Now, the recordings that I do are basically just me recording myself playing the game and talking to the camera as I do it. So there's not going to be much of it, but I will try to make it very clear when we're in recording mode and when we're not, especially during Call of the Wild, which is going to have a bunch of pausing in it so that the audience watching on TV, watching later on TV, doesn't have to sit through all of the boring walking around stuff. For today, though, we're going to go ahead and hop into Elite Dangerous here real quick and then talk about what we're going to do for that game. So let me get that recording started. Now, for Elite Dangerous today, I spent a fair bit of time going through and doing a bunch of mining to top off our fuel reserves. So we are up at 966 units of fuel. And, oh, you know what? I forgot to bring up my fleet carrier route because we need to start making our way towards the next destination. So let's go ahead, hop into our carrier services here. We're going to go into carrier management. We will go into the map and set our destination for our fleet carrier and get that moving on towards its destination. And then we will start making our way towards that destination. So, yeah. Whereas before we had the weekly carrier reposition live streams that we were doing, those live streams are no more. I am now doing this daily live stream where we're going to, you know, live stream the recording process. Now, the reason that's important for the series is that now the carrier is going to be moving throughout the week, and ideally, I think we're going to try to move it every day if I can. You know, once a day, that gives us 5 jumps a week versus the 3 jumps per week we've been doing. It's not really much of a change, but we will get to our destination a little bit faster doing it this way. But the biggest thing is that we're no longer going to be hanging out on the carrier as it jumps. We are actually going to take off and go. We're going to basically just follow the route and do some exploring as we do it. So let's go ahead and get the destination for our ship laid in here. Should be, here we go, 7 jumps. So let's go ahead, get off the carrier, and start doing some exploration. As always, I'm going to try to do a mix between doing exploration-related activities here in the Mandalay, and we may switch back and forth between some other ships as we go. I'm not sure. The Mandalay is just, it's kind of too OP for exploration stuff, so I don't know if we'll ever switch back to any of the other ships at this point. But for variety, maybe every once in a while we'll swap to something different. But for now, we're going to go ahead we're going to go ahead and start heading towards our destination, which is 7 jumps away, and we'll do some exploring along the way as we go. But the extra content that I'm trying to get to is going to be, let me see here. I need to. The issue that I'm having right now is the same issue I've had with everything else that I'm doing. I can't get the chat working, and the dock for my chat that was in OBS is gone, so I'm having to keep it up in my 2 web browsers over here. So if I don't immediately respond to your chat messages, I apologize in advance. Let me see. Am I able to? I'm not able to pause. Well, that's frustrating. I'm not able to pause the stream on my restream either. That's annoying. Well, whatever. If I don't respond to you immediately, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm still trying to figure out how to get all of my chats into one window. Restream will give me Twitch and YouTube, but it won't give me Rumble. Because, you know, of course it's not. Yeah, Restream, Gunthrek, or Restream, Twitch, and YouTube. It gives me the 3 of those, and then I don't get anything else. So it's really quite annoying. All right, so since we aren't really able to do much until our carrier gets where it's going, we're going to go ahead and just do a full-on scan of most of the systems that we go to, because why not, you know? We got nothing else to do. Who knows? We got some geological stuff there. We got some... Nothing. Oh, zoomed out a little too far on that one. Let's go down to here. Go up to here. And we go over to here. And then we just got to find the other gas giant. We can get all the planets around that and then move on to the next one. All right. So, oh wait, we got 1 biology. I'm not gonna waste. Like, I know we're not in a hurry, but at the same time, I don't want to go over there just for this one. That's boring. I don't want to go over there for just one freaking thing. There we go. We may go ahead and go grab that since you know, our carrier is not going to make its jump for about an hour, so we will be well done with our playing the. We'll be well done with our time on this game by the time the carrier actually makes its jump. I really hope that that they get their server issues figured out here pretty soon, so that you know, maybe we could, at the very least, we can get a single jump done every day, and then have our carrier waiting for us by the time we get there. Because at 50 minutes, we're not going more than 30 minutes for any of this stuff. Like all of the games that I play, except for Call of the Wild, because to get 30 minutes worth of video out of that, I have to play longer than 30 minutes to get that, because with all the cuts that I put in it. But yeah, we really need the carrier times to come back down to about 15-20 minutes, so that by the time we're done with our stream, we can end our time back on the carrier again. That would be preferable. I'd really like to get to that point. But let's hop over here. So I still haven't quite figured out the timing on this, because it really see, like, I went all the way down to about 3 seconds, and it's still decelerating. Oops! But then I stopped paying attention, and now I'm gonna get punished for it. Now I'm gonna get punished for it. That's all right. We'll get it. Wait. I was kind of hoping it would let me have it, but I guess not. All right. We've finally slowed down to the point where it'll actually do that. All right, let's go scan the planet, find out what's on it. We'll go ahead and go all the way down and grab ourselves a little bit more money, because we got to make sure we're paying our bills, right? We got weekly carrier upkeep maintenance of 33 million credits per week, so we got to stay on top of that. While we're coming in here, I'm just going to check my comments on Rumble. All right, cool. For those of you watching not on the live stream, I am live streaming this right now and making a recording out of it, so that's why I am talking about live stream stuff. At some point, I'm going to figure out putting a chat overlay, like once we get to the point where people are actually consistently chatting during all of this. But for now, I don't really have enough engagement that's really worth figuring out yet. We'll see. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe there'll be people talking all the time, and then it'll make sense to have it just kind of scrolling up on the screen. But for now, we got a long way to go before we hit that point. All right, we got Bacterium and Fonticula, which is more or less what I expected. But because we're in the Mandalay, we have our shiny new exploration ship. We're going to take most of the opportunities that we can get to go ahead, hop down there, and enjoy the maneuverability. Ugh. Okay, it seems like my stream is like way behind me though. I wonder if there's some kind of latency issues. I'm gonna have to look into the settings for that. Because right now we're still on the stream part of it. I'm still setting the course for the carrier and everything. Like it's that far behind me. So clearly the low latency setting for my restream is really the latency on that is really high. So I'm going to take a second and see if, well, I guess I can't really fix that at this point. That's annoying. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to actually fix that. I don't ever remember seeing an option for it either. Is there an option for latency on here? That's kind of annoying. Because it's the restream part that's causing it to be. Oh well. Well, I apologize if it takes me forever to respond to your comments, because like I'm kind of curious to know where my Rumble is sitting right now. Oh, the Rumble has me right on the thing there, so I'm kind of curious to know. Let me refresh the screen and maybe. Okay. So I don't know. I'm a little bit confused because the stream was a little bit behind, but whatever. It is what it is. What I really need is just to get it to where I can have my chats in a window and not have to look at the live. I try to bring the live streams up just to verify that I'm actually streaming to the platform. Then I want to close it, and I don't want to have to look at it. Like I don't even want to have my my live chat up on my Rumble over here. Let me pop out that and close it. See if I can bring that back up. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I thought I had a way of popping out my chat for my restream too, but I don't know. I don't remember how I did it. That's fine. It is what it is. Let's go find these other fonticula that we're looking for. Here we go. It's forcing me to be like really far away to land. Okay, that's fine. We'll hop out and run and go grab this. It does seem like the restream feed has caught up to where I am now, so that's good. But yeah, mildly annoying that it works this way. Grab ourselves our second sample. Okay. Fonticula digitos. I'm a little bit annoyed by the lights down here. It kind of looks weird with the way they have it set up. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off. It would be really nice to be able to turn that off. I think it looks weird. I know it was supposed to be like a selling point, but I don't know. Anytime I'm doing anything in the darkness, I have night vision turned on anyway, and my suits all have night vision, so I don't really need it. All right, that grabs us our third. This will grab us our third biological source. I don't remember. Did we get first footfall? I wasn't even paying attention to that. It's fine. We'll grab this and move on. Is there any bacteria right nearby us? Doesn't seem like it. We're gonna have to go find some. Alright, sprint back over here. I remember if we overflew some as we were looking for this here, so ideally if I keep going, we'll still find some more. Because I don't remember seeing any when we first got here, but at the same time, it's like, you know. But fortunately, you can see the bacteria from much higher up then you can see everything else. See, like I spotted this bacteria from all the way over here, so let's go ahead and grab that. I am enjoying the controllability of this ship, I have to say. I was on the fence about getting it, but I am absolutely enjoying the controllability of the ship here. It's much better than pretty much any of the other ships that we've had. It stops on a dime almost. So I am a big fan. I am a big fan. Again, I'm not a big fan of the bottom of this ship. This could be such a beautiful ship if they had just streamlined this massive belly somewhat. I don't know why they decided to. It's clear to me, and I think I heard somewhere somebody said something to the effect of they wanted to make sure it didn't look like a fighter, so they stuck this bottom thing on. It's like, who cares if it looks like a fighter? We want it to look good. That's all we care about. I don't care if it looks like a fighter. I just want it to look good. If you're gonna go with a blocky design, just go with a blocky design and leave it there. Don't give me a half streamlined design and then a half cargo ship design. Like, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. I need to find another big open space, because the problem with this one is that for the most part it does not seem like we have a lot of open space. Oh, here we go. It does seem like the footprint for this ship is a little bit nicer. It does seem like the footprint for this ship is a little bit nicer for a medium ship. I don't think we would have been able to land. We probably would have been able to land, but it probably would have taken a lot more finagling. So I think that the landing legs being high, putting the ship higher up and being pretty close together like this, I think it actually might be helping with, trying to land. So, we've been doing exploration-related activities for over a year at this point, consistently, almost every day, so we're going to have plenty of time to verify that fact and just get into a bunch of situations where we are going to see if we're able to land in places we normally wouldn't have been able to land. I mean, just being able to land in more difficult areas makes this ship way better than any of the other ones that we've tried. Even the Phantom. The Phantom had a really hard time landing in even moderately rocky terrain. So, Okay, we got this. Alright. So this will end our time on this planet. We'll start heading towards the next area and see if... It'd be really nice if we could find some... I haven't found some first footfall stratum tectonicus in a while. I know it's not the most interesting thing to find in the world, but at the same time, it's a lot of money. It's 3 weeks worth of carrier payments, so definitely want to try to find that if we can. Let's get the next system en route. Oh, I think we have to take off before we can do that. Let's get the next system en route. Set up. Get ourselves out of the mass lock for this planet. And we get a nice line of sight there. We don't even have to exit the planet. We just go straight into frame shift jumping to the next one. So yeah, there's a Restream chat app that I was trying to install. I just found it right before the stream. I'm trying to get it installed, but I can't figure out what my username and password is. I don't know if I need a separate account for the Restream chat program or what, but I couldn't log in. I don't know why. Mildly annoying. There's a lot of things that are mildly annoying to me. I'm an easily annoyed person because I just want things to work. Like, I don't want to have to jump through hoops to make things happen. I just want it to work. I just want everything to work. Give it to me. Let me have it. All right. I don't think we're gonna find anything here. I think this might. Yeah, it's definitely a 4. You can see there's 4 stars there. So let's just go ahead and move on to the next one. You can see down in the radar there. There's 4 stars there. There were 4 bodies in the system. So clearly that's actually. I do want to take a second and just look. There's 1, 2. I didn't realize how fast I was going. I was just trying to see where they are. So it looks like that one's far away. And then we got this one here, which is relatively close. Is this the same one that was far away? Yeah, that one's far away. And I think, okay, we got this one here that we jumped to. And I think this, yeah, so we have 3 stars that are relatively close to each other. Not too shabby. All right, well, let's get into the next system, and maybe we'll get lucky and be able to find something interesting. As always, I forgot to bring up my Elite Observatory, so I will bring it up now, even though we've already done a bunch of stuff. Well, the problem is I can't leave my Elite Observatory. I don't have enough screen space. Like I can start it, but I can't run it. I have my recording on the left side of the screen. I have the game in the middle here, and then I have my chat and all that stuff on the right side of the screen. So until I can figure out getting the pop-up this is going to be a continuing process of trying to figure this stuff out. There's a bunch of things I need to figure out to make this live stream smooth and streamlined and be able to do all the things I want to be able to do. And one of those things is getting my chat set up in a way where I can have it kind of docked to the side and you know, not obstructing my view of certain things. So I'll continue to work on it and try to figure it out. You don't know what you don't know until you find out what you don't know. And you know, when it comes to streaming, I'm not a streamer. I'm trying to move into that space, I guess, but that's more because I'm just trying to grow my channel than because I want to be a streamer. I feel like it provides me with more opportunities for exposure. And it gives you guys as the audience a chance to come and hang out and actually interact rather than just have to leave a comment or something like that. Once we get to our destination system, though, we're going to have to find something to do to fill in the rest of the time. Oh, actually, I don't even know how many more jumps we have left. Let's see how many jumps we have left. Ideally, with 7 jumps to get done, we'll find a couple of opportunities to do exobiology, and we'll be a lot less picky about what planets we go to, since, you know, especially if we're gonna have to wait for the carrier to get there anyway. Frameshift drive charging. And I was saying in the last episode, if you missed it in the last episode, this ship is actually, if you engineer it properly, this ship is actually capable of beginning to charge up your FSD while you're still fuel scooping. I have never ever been in a ship that lets you do that. The heat management on this thing, because they had to have a bunch of heat management for the Super Cruise Overdrive, it makes sense that being able to fuel scoop and charge your FSD while you're going is pretty nice. So if you're in a hurry to get somewhere, if you're not stopping in every system, you can shave a couple of seconds or a few seconds, you know, depending off of your travel, off of each of your jumps, which adds up over time. Like for right here, we're not even going to wait. We're just going to... We're still in the fuel scooping zone. Still in the fuel scooping zone. Still in the... And we just popped out. We didn't even get up past 77. Like, that's pretty badass. I'm sorry. That's just... Even my Phantom, which has awesome heat stuff, you couldn't charge your FSD in the middle of a fuel scoop. You would rapidly overheat. So this thing is, like, insane in several different ways. It just is. I didn't want to get the Mandalay because I wasn't super excited about it, but the increased control while you're super cruising, while you're overdriving, the extreme fuel efficiency while you're super cruise overdriving, and then now the fact that I don't even have to wait until I'm finished fuel scooping to start charging my FSD, that's insanity. That's insanity. It's awesome. It's just awesome. All right, we got a bunch of bodies to scan here, so this will almost certainly be our final system for today. So let's see if maybe we can get lucky and find some awesome biology as we go this way. All right, still got to get this guy here. Looks like we missed one. All right, nothing on that one. I feel like I'm the lock-picking lawyer. Nothing on 1, nothing on 2. I like that. I like that. That's one of those channels that I can watch. I like watch for a little while, and I watch a bunch of them, and then I get bored with it again. Like, you can only watch somebody picking locks, even a bunch of different locks, so many times before you're like, all right, I'm kind of bored now. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? All right. We need some biology to show up here. Like, we really, really need it. Okay, we got this here. Geological, not biological. Yet again, geological, not biological. We got one more shot at this, I think. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of bodies around this one, I think. Yeah. So, still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. I'm not getting a warm fuzzy for this. Unfortunately. Alright, we have one more shot. We have one more shot. Let's hope that this next system does not have... is not like a 1 or 2 body system. Let's hope that it has like 15, 20, something like that. That'll give us a decent chance at getting a little bit more cash in our bank account. Because we got to stay ahead of that weekly carrier payment. I know I have like I have $1 billion. I keep $1 billion credits on the carrier, and I also have 1.1 or 1.2 billion credits in my personal account that I keep shifting over to keep that carrier balance at 1 billion credits. But you know, rich people have a tendency to stay rich because they keep assuming that they're going to get poor if they don't keep making money. So they figure out ways to keep making money. That's the mentality we need to adopt here. So we have 9 chances, I think, for something to show up. All right, it's all, yeah, I think it's all icy bodies. So that's not the best, but, you know, you take what you can get. All right, let's see what we got here. So the goal at the moment is to get our fleet carrier. I may do some offline carrier jumps to get the fleet carrier back to, or get the fleet carrier to its next fuel stop. Which is going to mean that we're going to try to be stopping in a system that has pristine icy rings. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're not going to have the chance to actually do any more biology today, but that's okay. We're a good 24 minutes into the video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Again, thank you very much for your time. If you want to watch these live streams that I'm doing, I'm doing them every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We do several different games, until 6 p.m. or until I'm just done. So for my live audience, don't go anywhere. The video's not done. For the rest of you, be sure to check out the next Elite Dangerous video. Go check out the more than almost 1,800 videos on the channel, and I will see you for the next one. All right, so for my live streaming audience, we're going to hop out of this game, and we're going to hop into DCS World. So let me get that loading. I do have iBeam head tracking software. That's what we're going to be using, because just trying to do this in VR, I just don't have the system resources for it. It's way too. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I gotta delete the jump we just made from my tracker sheet. I don't have the resources. I don't have the system resources to be able to do that. So let me get my settings on here set to that. Okay, and then we'll start. It takes me a while to launch DCS because it's such a resource heavy thing, and my graphics card is a 2060 Super, and my processor is several years old, so you know it's not. I'm not exactly like running on a potato or anything, but I'm certainly not running on like the really nicest and newest hardware. But while we're waiting for that to load, I do need to make sure that I get my OpenTrack software up so that we can actually look. We are going to go ahead and start. Okay, I'm just double checking and making sure that my OpenTrack software is working. We are going to go ahead and start doing a full playthrough of the campaign, just to make sure that everything works. So there's that. Waiting on DCS to pop up. This is it's the only part of the process of doing this live that kind of sucks. It'll be fine once we start getting you guys chatting, and then we'll be able to talk while we're waiting for the game to load. But for now, I just kind of have to try to fill the silence, I guess. I don't know. Oh, man. Okay. Almost there. Oh, that's right. I need to go into studio mode so I can actually go to the game and make DCS the actual thing that we're recording. Make sure that that works. Dun, dun, dun. And we leave studio mode, go to the game. All right, I think we're ready to go. So the campaign itself is all set up. We're just gonna go through. I may do 2 videos for this. We may do 2 for this. I don't know, but let's bring in the offline audience and get started on this. Actually, kind of need to make sure I have my my throttle quadrant set up because kind of can't fly without it. Okay, you go away. I don't know why you're bugging me. Why are you... Okay, that was weird. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring the audience in and we'll start doing some campaign stuff. For the audience just joining us now for the recording, we are going to go ahead and start doing our campaign testing, full-on campaign. So we're going to try to run all the way through it as you would during like a full run-through of it. Brand new person trying to learn how to fly the F-18. I am trying to get this. Posted on the DCS web store. I've sent the information to 2 people that I was referred to that are supposed to be able to help me. They have not read my message yet, so I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. They're probably inundated by people bothering them with things, and you know, it may be a month or more before they finally even see my message, much less respond and tell me, no, we don't think what you're offering is good enough. But once I get an answer to that question, for those of you who have been leaving comments asking about it, I hope we didn't just have a freeze happen on here. Okay, there we go. For those of you who have been asking about being able to purchase the campaign, if the answer comes back from the developers that they will not put it up on the store because they just don't think it's good enough or whatever, I will figure out a way of offering it online either via my Patreon, or I'll figure out something. I'll figure out something that makes it available so that you guys can make a transaction, get a copy of it, and we can move on. But for now, I'm still waiting on an answer because I would much rather put it up on the store and have a legitimate like purchase thing happening rather than just sending my file out. That's usually not a good way to go. Now, for those of you who have not seen this series before, and I'm going to start a new playlist for this. We're going to do a playlist of just the actual full campaign working as intended, hopefully. So for those of you who haven't seen this before, I decided I wanted to make a DCS F-18 Hornet Flight School training campaign to kind of teach you all of the basic stuff that you need to know about flying the Hornet, because I need it. I needed something that was a little bit more involved than just dropping me into a little lesson to teach me how to do something specific. There's too much of a jump between we're going to teach you how to do this one specific task, and now you have to take this knowledge that you've learned and apply it in a combat situation. There's just way too much stress. So I wanted to have something that did a little bit more of an incremental easing you into the process, teaching you the processes that get you from taking off, setting up your weapons, taking off, using your weapons, getting to your locations, and all of that other stuff. Now, this first mission here is going to be just going to be the cold start process. So we'll go through that here in a second. It's clear that I need to, I didn't turn on my, oh wait, I did, didn't I? Didn't I turn on my head tracking? I did. So, and let me just double check and make sure it's actually working. Yeah, it's working. So I think I turned it off yesterday I think I disabled it yesterday when I was freaking out about why it wasn't, yeah, okay, it's still disabled. Okay. See if I can...
Welcome to the Field Flight School for the FA-18 Hornet. The goal of this course is to take you from zero experience all the way up to becoming a competent pilot.
It's fully narrated with an AI voice.
Each lesson will build on what you learned in all previous lessons, so be sure to take your time and master the skills showcased during each flight, as it will generally be assumed that you know how to do those things on your own once a topic has been covered. Before we can do any of that, however, we need to get this Hornet relocated to Vatsiani, which is located near the ground attack training area we've set up for the course. The aircraft is on loan from the Stennis, and they dropped it off here last night, so it's up to us to get it there.
All right.
Unfortunately, Vatsiani has been closed to traffic for non-essential personnel until this evening. It would be a shame to waste a training day completely, so let's go over the cold start and shutdown procedures for the Hornet, then you can practice on your own to get familiar with the procedure so we can get a quick start for our flight tomorrow. You should have gone through the official cold start procedure during your basic flight training, but that process is a bit long-winded for my taste. I'm going to show you a down and dirty quick start procedure to get us into the air as quickly as possible.
Oh yeah.
To get started, look down at the panel to your right, check that both the generator switches are on, then switch the battery to on by right-clicking. It's going to get pretty loud once we start turning things on, so let's go ahead and close the canopy. On the right side of the cockpit, hold down the canopy switch with the left mouse button until the canopy stops moving, or just press the keybind, Ctrl+C, and it will close automatically. Once the canopy is fully seated, look to the left-hand panel by your leg and look for the APU switch near the throttle. The auxiliary power unit is a small onboard generator that helps spool up the engines to get them running. Go ahead and switch that on now with a right click, and the APU will begin starting up. We can't really do anything with the engines until the APU is fully powered on and the light next to the switch is green, so we'll take care of a few other things while that spools up. We're going to need oxygen up there in the clouds, so look back to the aft end of the left panel and switch on the O-box with a right click. Moving up to the front of the left panel, verify that the anti-skid switch is set to on, and the carrier bypass.
Now this is just
switch
teaching you the
set to
process. Once
If
you
the
learn it,
carrier
you'll move by
bypass
much
switch
faster,
won't
and this
stay
green
on
light will
field,
be turning
ignore
on
it
just
for
about
now.
the time you finish doing all of this.
Just to the right of that, set the flap switch to half with a right click. Moving aft down the panel, set the lights master and position lights knobs to 100% by holding down the left mouse button over them and dragging the mouse straight up until the knob stops moving. For this flight we won't really need lighting, but it's a good idea to be in the habit of checking them and adjusting them appropriately for mission conditions. The APU should be ready to go about now, so verify that the light next to the switch is green and then toggle the nearby engine crank switch to right by right-clicking it. Set the right throttle to idle by pressing the appropriate keybind, R Shift plus Home. You would normally wait until the engine RPM was at 30% to do this, but this is a quick start procedure and we need to get going. After the throttle is set to idle, set the left MDI in the upper center panel to day by right-clicking it twice. Now set the right MDI to day in the same way. The lower middle display is called the AMPCD, and it has a brightness knob just above the screen. Set that to 100% in the same way you did with the lighting knobs. Just above and to the left of the AMPCD brightness knob is the HUD brightness. Find the bleed air switch on the right-hand panel. This switch is separated into two parts, a push button on the top and a rotating switch on the bottom. Rotate the bottom switch clockwise with right clicks until it comes all the way back around to norm. After the bleed air switch, find the INS switch and set it to GND with two right clicks. There's not much else we can do until the right engine is finished spooling up, so once the MDI screens are turned on, let's get them set up for takeoff. On the left MDI, press the menu button until the text above it reads SUPT. Now press the push button for CHKLST Now press the menu push button for the right MDI until you're on the SUPT page, and press the push button next to FCS. The AMPCD should have a countdown in the bottom third of the display as the navigation system completes its alignment process. If the map overlay has appeared and you can't read the text, press PB3 on the left side of the screen until it disappears. The standard alignment process can take quite a while, so rather than waiting for that, we're going to speed things along by using the previously stored heading from the last flight. Press the STDHDG button to make this happen. If the flights stick, by this point, the right engine should be at about 60% RPM. Let's crank the left engine with the engine crank switch. Set the left throttle to idle by pressing the appropriate keybind, Alt plus Home. We need to clear out the flight control system of any errors to get a clean status update of the system. Near the throttle, find the FCS reset button and hold it down for just to the left of that. Hold down the T/O trim button for at least 3 seconds. Look back up at the MDI screens and take a look at the FCS page on the right-hand display. Verify takeoff trim has been correctly set by checking for 12s and 30s on the FCS page on the right MDI and confirming that there are values of 12 for the LEF and STAB, and values of 30 for the TEF, AIL, and RUD. go back to the lower right switch panel and find the radar switch. The radar won't actually start sending out radiation until we're in the air, so there's no danger to anyone on the ground by turning it on now. Switch the radar to OPR with 2 right clicks. The FLIR is an onboard system that can be connected to an optional targeting pod that provides guidance for various weapon systems on the Hornet. It takes a while to warm up, so let's get in the habit of turning the system on during startup so we don't end up with it being unavailable at some critical moment. The switch is located just forward of the radar switch, so go ahead and toggle it to on with 2 right clicks. For night flights, you'll need to adjust cockpit lighting as desired, so have a look at the various knobs just to get familiar with them, but we won't need them for this flight. The wings should already be unfolded, but you should always check this before taking off. Once all that's done, go ahead and arm the ejection seat using the lever on the right side. The Hornet has a physical countermeasure system in the form of chaff and flares that helps to avoid being hit by missiles, but we have to turn the system on before we can use them. At the very bottom of the center console behind the stick, find the dispenser switch. If the flight stick is in the way of your view, you can right-click the base to hide it. Go ahead and turn the dispenser to on with a single right click. In addition to the physical countermeasure system, we're also equipped with an electronic jamming countermeasure. The switch for it is located just to the right of the dispenser. Set the ECM switch to receive with 3 right clicks. Perhaps the most important system is the radar warning receiver, which provides information on other aircraft, and more importantly missiles, which may be targeting us with their radar. There is a small row of difficult-to-see buttons just below the AMPCD display that controls the RWR functions. Find the one labeled ALR 67 power and press it.
Adjust some settings in my eye tracking or my head tracking thing here because I feel like it's. My head tracking got disabled when I changed that setting. That was stupid. It's still running. Alright, I think maybe my head tracking... Oh, it's not tracking my stuff anymore. The I-beam tracker is tracking it. I'm not sure... That's weird. It's changing on my... It's showing changes in the data, but it's not showing any changes in my head. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to go back and do it the old-fashioned way again, then, by disabling this and... Oh, that's annoying. Alright, what were we doing? Oh, the power thing here. There's another reason why I wanted to do it in VR. It's like the best solution for head tracking to me.
Tool that allows you to home in on a specific radio source and use it to get where you're going. It includes several functions that allow you to do some pretty advanced navigation techniques, but we'll cover those in a later lesson. Still, it's a good habit to go ahead and enter the destination TAC and frequency prior to takeoff, if your destination has one, so you don't have to do it later while in the air. On the UFC, press the TCN button so we can set up our TACAN frequency. Using the numbered push buttons on the UFC, enter the TACAN code for Vatsiani, 22, then verify that there are 2 vertical lines next to the X on the UFC menu. Keep this step in mind because each frequency can be used in both an X or Y mode, so this setting makes a big difference. Once the UFC reads 22X, go ahead and press the ENT key. Although we've entered the information, the TACAN won't be active until we turn it on. Hold down the on OFF button on the UFC until the display reads on. The Instrument Landing System, or ILS, is a radio tool that allows us to get precise landing information so we can approach the carrier in less than ideal conditions. The system only works with aircraft carriers, however, so we won't be able to practice with it until we relocate to the Stennis. Still, let's start forming good habits now by setting up the frequency for it. Since Vatsiani has no ILS frequency, we'll just use the frequency for the Stennis. Go ahead and press the ILS button, Enter 11 using the number keys on the UFC, then press the ENT button. As with the TACAN, hold down the OFF button on the UFC until the word ON appears in the display. The Hornet contains software that helps you classify targets as friendly or hostile, known as the IFF. It's another system we have to turn on, so press the IFF button to select it. Hold down the OFF button on the UFC until XP appears in the display to activate the IFF. Next up is the data link, which is an onboard communication system that relays radar information from other sources to give you better situational awareness. Press the D/L button and hold down the OFF button until you see the magic word.
So yeah, the thing I'm going to have to update with this is that there's 2 parts to the data link system, and for the longest time I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the data link to work. So I'm definitely going to have to update this and make sure that it's clear that you need to do both of them. So you turn this on,
and
then there's another
set
one,
up your radio
and you have to turn that on too. Because a lot of times you need this one on to get any kind of data link from the AWACS.
Just remember to do it when you're on your own. Verify that the NWS appears on the HUD, indicating that your nose wheel steering is on. If it isn't, use the appropriate keybind to activate it. Now we wait for the quality indicator on the AMPCD to read 0.5 with a big OK next to it.
Oh, that's right there.
If the map overlay has appeared and you can't read the text anymore, simply press PB3 on the left side of the screen until it disappears. The IFA setting for the INS will use GPS rather than onboard systems as the primary means of navigation, which is far more accurate. Once the quality is OK, turn the INS switch from GND to IFA with 2 right clicks. Verify that the APU has turned off, then release the parking brake by left-clicking on it. And that's it.
Alright.
Though for this initial run-through of the startup procedure, we still took quite a bit of time.
And for the rest of this, I'm not going to wait for the
process
narrations to
and get it
finish.
down.
This is already taking
Turn
long
all
enough.
the lights off by holding down the left mouse button on each one and dragging them down, and turn the OBOGs off by left-clicking it. Left-click the INS switch and left-click the turn the radios off by holding down the left mouse button on each one and pulling it down until the display below it turns off. Turn off the TACAN by pressing. Open up the canopy by either holding down the right. Disengage the nose wheel steering, NWS. Turn off the left engine by using the appropriate keybind, RALT+N. Then turn off all displays by reversing the procedures we used to turn them on.
Turned out the wrong engine. Oops, I did the right one.
Turn off the right engine by using the appropriate keybind, R-Shift+N. Now turn off the battery to complete the shutdown by left-clicking on it once. And that completes the shutdown procedure.
Alright, so yeah, all of that works.
We're done for now, but you're free to spend...
So we should have finished it. Well, let's go ahead and quit the mission real quick. We'll end the mission. Cool. We'll go ahead and just run through the cold start practice real quick. It only takes like a minute, or it only takes a couple of minutes to do, especially because we have the time acceleration available to us. So let's just go ahead. We'll hop in there real quick. We'll run through the process, so we can just do like a quick. So we actually do a quick start. All right. So for the first block of all of this stuff, you get the highlights here. At least for a while, you get the highlights there. Unfortunately, my head tracking is not working, so not much I can do with that. But it's fine. Let's see. I usually do both throttles and just go ahead and get it to do that. All right. Get these started. Get that started. That up, on, up like that. Up, up, up. Let's see. Now we're just waiting for the displays to show up. Then we'll pop through all of this real quick. Today. Come on.
Roll left.
You can do it.
Flight controls.
Checklist on this one. FCS on this one. Let's get rid of the stick. We're waiting on this to show up. That out. Get the stored heading going. Get the left engine started. FCS. Trim. Radar. FLIR. Arm the seat. Flares. ECM. TACIAN 22 and ILS and IFF on, data link on, data link again on. I do need to update that to fix that, but now we just need to wait for the navigation system to get where we're supposed to go. So we're just going to go ahead and time compress through that so we can hurry up and get to that. So I'm just waiting for the OK to show up here. There we go. Set it to ground, and parking brake comes off. So now we just got to go back through the process again. Let's see here. Oh, I'm back. Bulldogs off. INS off. Radar off. It's just, it's like the knobs need to be much more sensitive. TACIAN off. Canopy open. Left engine off, I do believe. Flaps. Displays off. Sorry, I'm trying to just hurry up and get through this because this already takes long enough as it is. Right engine off. And battery. Alright, shutdown's complete. So now we should be able to quit and end the mission, and it will advance to... Alright. Okay. That's not how that's supposed to go. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the mission editor real quick, and we'll see if maybe we can figure out why that's the case. Because, scoring rules for this. When if the flag equals 99.99, once we turn the battery off... 49 equals true once we turn the battery off. If it's that and the battery is off, it should give us... Yeah, we got the message. Flag value... Oh, I don't need that one. Remove the highlight and set flag value 99.99 to equal to 1. And then our scoring condition to get the 100th score is flag... Okay. Well, I'm going to have to do some troubleshooting there because according to the way all of this is set up, that should have worked. I can't think of any reason why it didn't work. That makes no sense. But that'll be it for this particular run through. We've done the cold start process. So as I said at the beginning of the episode, we are going to go ahead and go through the entire campaign mission by mission because I'm still waiting on the developers to let me know if to even start the discussion of possibly putting it up on the web store. So that's still a pipe dream until I actually hear something from them. So we'll just go through and do the missions one by one. If I don't hear anything for a while, I'll figure out posting the campaign up for sale somewhere. But yeah, that's what we're going to do for now. So thanks for watching. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. For the live streamers, we're going to continue on to the Call of the Wild here next after a short little break. But for the rest of you, be sure to come back for the next video. Check out the more than I think we're up to almost 1,800 videos at this point. Plenty of stuff for you guys to watch. So thanks for watching. See you next time. All right. And then for my live streaming audience, I am actually going to go ahead and take a short little break to get ready for Call of the Wild and to use the bathroom. So see you guys in a minute. All right, got Call of the Wild set up, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and, since there doesn't seem to be too many people watching at the moment, we're just going to go ahead and bring the offline audience right into this. So let's go ahead and get started. Here in the Yukon Valley, ready to go, trying to hunt after more of our grizzly bears and hopefully some plains bison, maybe some caribou. We still have quite a long way to go before we're going to get to we're still working on diamonds basically at this point. Let me see, can I get the... Trying to get my spreadsheet. Ah, there we go. We need diamonds for grizzly bear, plains bison, and caribou. Obviously, if we find a gray wolf along the way, that would be great. We're looking for everything, but we're primarily focusing on these two bigger species here. So that's what we're really looking for. We can go ahead and hop into the store here. We're going to purchase all of the ammo that we need to make sure that we're still nice and... Oh, you know what? As always, I need to remember to... Oh. Did it actually? No, it is off a little bit. I was going to say, it would have been nice if it had just worked the way it's supposed to work, but I always end up having to reset the resolution to get the mouse to click exactly where I'm trying to get it to go. All right, so now, can I actually go through and do this? Why am I getting some lag? All right, good on the 243. I believe 7mm is the other one that we need. Yeah, we popped off a lot of rounds in the last one. We probably need to buy some 454 because I was using my pistol fairly heavily in the last one, and yeah, we fired off a few shots going after some ducks. Okay, so let's hop into the map here. We are currently in the noon to 4 need zone block, so we just need to be looking around, trying to see if we can find ourselves some aminals. Plains bison are supposed to be over here. I have a feeling that we probably... I don't know that enough time has passed because I'm pretty sure that this line of stuff right here was us going after them. So why don't we, rather than worrying about a need zone, which, you know, is going to take us forever to find anything, why don't we change tactics a little bit here and start heading down around these lakes here, and let's just see what kind of trouble we get into. Because it takes forever to go through the map and try. They really, I'm going to say it. I say it every episode, and I'm going to say it again here. They really need to implement some filters for the map. They really, really do. Like I can't imagine it would be that hard to do, and they really should do it. So, developers, if you happen across this video, be sure to do that, please. It would be a massive quality of life upgrade. So for now, though, we're going to start heading over towards these lakes and see what kind of trouble we can get into. But of course the wind is not in our favor. But once we get down to this lake here, we'll be turning to the west, and then ideally the wind won't be that much of a problem. So let's run down to the lake and we'll see what's down there. Now, for those of you watching this from a live stream perspective, you guys don't get a break. That's the... I don't want it to sound like a punishment. You guys are trading the convenience of being able to fast forward and having cuts put in for you for the opportunity to be able to hang out and chat. So some people like the live stream format. Other people really don't. I typically am not a big fan of the live stream format myself, specifically because I want to be able to fast forward my way through things. We are going to go ahead and just take this one out, because why not? I just want to see if there's any more. I see the one. I don't see any other movement over there. Oh, I think I do. Okay. So I typically don't go after females because they almost never score, but the caribou on this map, the females do score. So every scoring animal we kill gives us another chance at possibly getting ourselves a diamond spawn. I think we're a little too early in the process for our trophy hunting series to expect too many diamonds, so, you know, we're just going to have to kind of keep going and eliminating scoring animals until the average score of everything goes up to the point where we actually start getting, you know, diamonds on a semi-regular basis. That would be pretty nice to happen. But for now, we need to run over here, grab our 2 kills that I'm assuming we got 2 kills. Oh, I think we only got the 1. That's unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. I kind of thought we got that second one. I think that she's going to die, but it's probably going to take her a little bit. That sucks. All right, well, this first one, we got a nice solid lung shot on that. cleared her off the board, which is definitely a good thing. Let's go hang out over here by the lake for a second and see if we can find some interesting animals to go after. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my hunting series that I've been doing for the last, I don't even know. I took a long break after we finished exploring all of the reserves, but I do more of an action style of hunting because it's a video game and real hunting is very boring. So I don't want to say I treat it like an FPS shooter or anything like that, but I definitely don't do the standard. Like my stalking is very limited. I rely more on my ability to shoot quickly and place my shots where I want them than stalking up on things. Like obviously you have to do a certain amount of stalking because you're not going to get close enough to take a shot if you don't pay attention to, you know, them trying to smell you and see you and stuff. You got to do a little bit, but as far as like low crawling my way up to an animal, I don't have the patience for that. I just don't. So I tend to have a more action style of kind of hunting. We need to head over to this other lake over here and see if there's anything there. But for my offline audience, I'll bring you guys back if anything shows up. Okay, so half a kilometer to go. Bleh. The only thing about this, like, it's great that there's fast traveling, but the outposts are spread out far enough that a lot of times, like, we may go to this lake and then fast travel over here to save ourselves some time. Like the offline audience doesn't have to sit and wait for us to run all of this, but we do. Oh. I don't think. I'm not sure I'm gonna get a chance at this one. The female fox. I always go after the predators. I try to always go after the predators because a scoring animal is a scoring animal, and we're trying to clear the board so that we have more of a chance of diamonds showing up. But we'll see. As always, my particular curse is that the animals always show up on the other side of a hill. So because I'm impatient. It's like it's the universe coming after me to force me to be patient, and I don't want to. That's kind of the way it works. But maybe we'll get lucky, and I mean, it was less than 200 meters away, and I've been walking this whole time. So realistically, foxes are super skittish. It's probably run off by now. I'm not going to crouch because that's going to take even longer to find out. Because in all likelihood, I was running within 300 meters, and I was running within 200 meters, and that typically scares them off. But apparently this time it didn't. So. Whatever. It is what it is. It's kind of going in the direction that we need to go anyway, so I'm going to run and see if maybe we can spot it. The snow is not helping. The snow is definitely not helping with visibility. And the foxes are already kind of hard to see anyway. But I need to get over. I need to get to the top of this hill here so I can have some elevation and potentially be able to see it. Okay, come on. Oh, at least we got a need zone out of it, though. That's good. Oh. Alright, well. I wanted to go after the fox there, but we got... Oh, this is a pretty decent-looking moose. Let's get this need zone here. Oh, a gray wolf need zone. I just want to take a second. I'd rather get the fox if we can get it. I already have a couple of diamond moose, so... Even though we have these moose over here, and that one's not bad. I would really, there's a fox nearby, and I'd really like to. It probably ran. It's probably already long gone. I don't see any movement anywhere on the terrain, and especially now that the ground is covered in snow. Ideally, I should be able to see something, but it doesn't seem to be that we're gonna get lucky in that regard. So, I guess what we'll do then is. Take out this big moose here. He's actually close enough that we could actually do something. Let's get our zeroing set for 150 meters. Really, I don't know why the spotting is having such a hard time. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's take a second. Make sure that we're nice and focused. That should take him down. Now, he's a moose, so I really have to be patient and just trust that the shot did what I needed it to do. I can't see the blood trail there. So, unfortunately, we're not going to know until we go actually look at the blood. Oh. But it is what it is. Oh, there's more moose over here. More moose on the other side of the lake. These guys are really far away, though, so as much as I would like to shoot them right now, we need to walk around a little bit to get closer. Because especially with the 7mm, or we can go after some plains bison. Part of me kind of wants to just charge them. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to pull out the pistol, because we have insane penetration with the pistol. I really should be running around with the big game loadout. I don't know why I'm not. I really should be. But I'd much rather go after some plains bison than another moose that I don't really need. So. All right. We're gonna do our cheesy clearing out the herd with the pistol strategy. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, I'm surprised. Or yeah, are they running now? Yeah, I think the moose are running. Well, they're not. 270. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, there was some more moose over there. All right, I'm gonna have to chase these guys down for a minute. All right, well, we got moose running off to our right there, but I really want to go after. I didn't miss a body, did I? Really hoping I didn't miss one. Why did I shoot that? That was a non-scoring animal. That was dumb. I don't know why I just did that. That was stupid. At least we'll see. It's kind of a reflex. I saw something moving and it seemed like an easy shot, and I just went for it. Yeah, it doesn't look like we got a good shot on it anyway. I really want to go clear out these bison because we want to have a chance to get that. So, yeah, that is what that is. Ideally, we should be able to catch up with them. Yeah, see, here they are. They're not even really running. Okay, so I just need to get close enough to be able to take some decent shots and get a side angle hit. This guy right here is at he's at a pretty decent angle. If the tree wasn't in the way, I might actually be able to take a shot from here, but fortunately the tree is in the way. So I'm gonna try. Oh, and then the rock stops me. So this was my method of hunting when I needed money. I would just go take out entire herds of these guys, entire herds of bison stuff. Okay, that takes care of him. And we should keep running them down until we get them all. Oh, come on. That's fine. We'll get them. Yeah, we need to be up in like the 190s. We need much bigger animals before we have any real shot at getting what we're looking for. So let's go try to clear out these last couple of dudes, the last couple of guys. Oh, look at that! I got really lucky on that last shot through the trees there. I wasn't expecting that to actually work. That was just kind of a throwaway shot. I guess my perception of where he was going turned out to be pretty decent. I think he's running this. Yeah, they're running this way. All right, here we go. Okay, still nothing particularly interesting. Alright, that takes care of that entire herd, so we should get a decent respawn out of that. Ooh! But yeah, that's the cheesy hand cannon bison hunting technique. That's what we do. It is what it is. Okay, so we did all of that. I did want to make my way up to this one up here so that we can see if maybe there's anything else along the way. Maybe some more bison. So I will run over there and see if we can find anything. Now, the problem with the whole live streaming, the problem with the whole hunting game thing is that while, you know, it's awesome to be able to go hunt things from a video production standpoint, it takes me 2 or 3 times longer to make these videos for a recording format because I'm trying to cut out the boring parts. So that kind of sucks. All right, we got a nice open space here, though. So let's see if we can bring the audience back for something interesting in this open area here. Does not seem like it. It seems like the shots rang out far enough that nobody's interested, or nobody's hanging out here, but that's fine. We'll get it done. We will get it done. We're gonna have to get all the way up over the top of that hill there before we're gonna be able to look down into the next water area. More or less, I guess we're just trying to get to the 1600 so we can move on to another map, because it doesn't seem like the need zones that we have available to us, we used all of those up. So we just need to finish out our day here. For those of you who are just joining the series, we're trying to do an entire in-game day, staying on a reserve for an entire in-game day. That's what we're trying to do. So we start at 6 in the morning, and then right around any time after 1600, we'll go ahead and call it, because then it's starting to get towards sunset, and I don't like hunting in the dark, so I'll usually call it by then. We'll move on to another area. And we're mostly just trying to enjoy hunting and clear off as many pieces from the board as we can so that, you know, we get a better chance of the next time we come around, maybe there's a diamond here, and we can try to go after it. Alright. So now we just need to get up over the top of this hill, and then with any luck, there will be some amazing animals just standing and waiting for us. Maybe there'll be a diamond there. Take a quick look in at the area that we're looking at right now. Does not seem like we're going to get that lucky. You can generally run up to about 150 meters away from an animal before it'll start to spook. But the thing you have to remember is that even if you have a need zone that you're walking towards, they won't necessarily be on the need zone. They'll be somewhere near it. So I got to be a little bit careful running up to especially cresting this hill here. It might give myself away, but I'm hoping that there'll be some more animals around the lake here. So we got a nice big moose there. That's not too bad. So yeah, a bunch of moose. 168 for that. They're all pretty far away though, so I think what we'll do. We're going to crouch here. Alright, fine. Okay, got him pretty good. Where'd that other one go? We're going to 0 for 300. I kind of want to go for that shot, but if he's not freaking out, there's kind of no point. Where did our guy? Is our guy? Did this guy that was here? I don't know how far away he ran. We got a heart shot on that other guy, so which way did he run? All right, I don't want to go too far before we do something with this guy. So we're just gonna take the shot. I'll aim a little high. And hopefully that gets a lung. I'm not super confident with the 7mm at that range. I mean, yeah, he's going down. So yeah, our male moose, this guy, we got a heart shot on him. He went down real fast. So let's follow this one, then we'll run back and hopefully grab that one. Let's get the dog on the scent. Yeah, I'll bring the offline audience back once we find this guy. Which way did he run? Wow, I was too busy trying to shoot other things. Oh, he didn't go very far at all. Never mind, he didn't go very far at all. He's like right here. So we'll run around the lake this way then. Grab ourselves the kills that we got. Nice solid silver. I can live with that. So we got this other guy that was around the lake over here. We dropped him real fast because we got a nice heart shot on him. I wasn't even really like, it wasn't an intentional heart shot. It just kind of worked out that way. But I'm happy when that works. It's fine with me. But now we're going to have to run all the way up there to find our... Oh, he's right there. Cool. So he's not even going to be that far away. Let's grab this guy here. Unfortunately, all of these moose that were here were all pretty small. So, well, I mean, that's not... I don't want to say unfortunately, because clearing off these smaller guys gives us... Yeah, right. We got a nice heart shot on that. Clearing off all these smaller guys is going to implement the law of averages for this game. So ideally, as we kill off the smaller guys, it's going to raise the overall score for things, and we have a higher chance of a bigger moose spawning in their place. So we just gave ourselves 3 more chances, I think, for moose to spawn. I'm assuming that's the way that works. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay, just got to get up the hill here. The problem with taking long range shots that way is that with the 7mm, like if we were using 300 Magnum, that probably would have torn that moose up. We've got a double lung shot on him, even at 200 meters, and that would have been it for him. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Give me just a second. I'm hearing some noises outside. Alright, never mind. It was just a ranger. It's just really loud for some reason, and I'm not used to hearing it like that. Okay, just gotta get up the hill here, gotta get up the hill here, gotta get up the hill here. Now, ideally we're gonna be ending our stream here relatively soon because we're a decent way into the recording for this. At some point I would like to do some kind of a hybrid thing. I would like to do some kind of a hybrid thing where we're doing not just gaming videos, but, you know, maybe watching some other videos and do, not necessarily React content, but just, you know, kind of hanging out and doing that kind of stuff. Oh, here he is. So, yeah, just be sure as we're going through all of this stuff, if you decide to show up for the actual live stream itself, be ready with some ideas for videos or just topics of conversation or whatever, that kind of thing. All right, we got ourselves this. Ooh, he actually turned out to be a gold. He was like, yeah, a little outside, a little past the gold standard there, but that's fine. We got ourselves a nice solid single lung shot out of that. We already have a couple of diamond moose though, so we're not taxing that because that's not really there's no real point to doing that. Got a bunch of moose and plains bison drink zones and stuff over here, so we'll go ahead and fast travel over to this area just to see if we can get ourselves a little bit more in the way of options, because we haven't really done any hunting in that area for a while, so maybe something will have shown up there. It'd be really nice if we could... Well, we got a gray wolf. We got gray wolves over here. Let me run off in this direction and see... Oh, we got a moose there. I would really like to get a gray wolf, though. See if I can catch it out in the open. I don't see anything, though. I would think this being a nice big open area... Oh, here we go. Alright, I think we got her. One set. Ooh, 259. That's a... I don't really need another diamond, though. Ugh. I don't really need another diamond moose, though. What's the score range for the moose? Like, he's not even a diamond potential anyway, so it's fine. Okay. So I think I have to go this way anyway to pick up the female, the wolf there. So we'll go ahead and run over here. We'll get as close as we can. I lost track. I lost sight of him. Great. I'm gonna start walking because I lost track of them. We're down in this low area where the terrain is just not being helpful. That's our wolf, I think. That was actually a gold. I mean, we've got plenty of gold wolves. I'm not worried about that. Oh. 150 meters. Oh, that was stupid. That was really dumb. I don't know why. It's one of those. It was one of those accidental trigger pulls. I didn't really mean to do that. Oh man. Got another female moose there. Several female moose over there. Not really seeing anything interesting though. Nothing interesting here. So let's go pick up our gold moose. As always, I don't really need it. We have 2 or 3 diamond moose already, so not overly interested in that. But it does have a nice big rack here, so we'll take a moment to enjoy that. Look at that. That's not too shabby. Got him with another heart shot, so that's awesome. It's only 20, 4, 5, 6, 7, so only 30 points off from a diamond, though. Not that we need it. I'm not really that interested in trying to go after diamond moose. We got a couple of those. All right, well, let's look around the lake over here and see if anything else decides to pop its head up at us. There were a couple of female moose over here that I'm not overly interested in. But maybe we can get lucky and find something cool. 223 for that one. That was just a hunting tower. How far away are these guys? They're still pretty far. I'm gonna try to close. I always try to close to about 150 meters. Whenever I'm hunting something big with the 7mm, with the 7mm, that tends to be that seems to be a pretty decent range. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to close that distance here though, because the water's kind of in the way. All right, that's close enough. All right, just gotta wait for my. So 214, 223. I was trying to get a second shot into that second guy because I didn't feel like I got the critical shot that I wanted, but sometimes things just don't work in your favor. Okay. And we got all these need zones here, so that's good, but there's just I'm not really going after moose, so there's. And it's weird because normally I've had really good luck with the bison species. Like the bison species have always the buffalo / bison / whatever the default name for those are called. I've had really good luck with getting diamonds for those. So I'm not sure why I'm struggling so hard to find a diamond for them. Like I've got diamonds of I think everything else so far. I'm not sure why I'm having to struggle so hard. See if there's anything else. There's an easy target of opportunity while we're going to find our moose that we shot. I'm guessing they were over here. Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous that you're able to see blood trails here in the water, but obviously the game wouldn't work if you couldn't do that. So you know, it is what it is. Get the dog on the track. These seem to be really okay. Here we go. I was about to say they're really spread apart and got the trees and stuff in the way. So plains bison. Doesn't seem like any of them are that big, so I don't know how much I'm going to waste my time doing that. Continue following the trail here. Okay. Where's my dog? Where'd he go? He is right there. Oh. You're supposed to be tracking the blood trail, dude. I didn't tell you to stop, and I'm pretty sure I didn't go okay. I'm confused. We had a vital organ hit back over there. So realistically, there should be something over here. Ah, here we go. So 149. I think we needed to be up in like the close to 200 to have any shot at these guys. Yeah, pretty sure we needed to be up at like 200. So we got our kill right here. We'll go ahead and pick this guy up. He ended up being a silver. I really hope that those wolves decide to come after us. Okay. So we definitely got the one. I feel like we got the other two, but if we can't find the blood trail for that, then we may not be able to go do anything. I'm really hoping that those wolves end up deciding to attack me. That's way more fun when they decide to go after you, and then you can just take them out with your pistol. I heard them howling at me. Oh, yeah, it doesn't seem like we got a really good shot on. I could have swore I saw his health going down, but... And his health was going down relatively quickly, but I guess not. Well, that sucks. Oh, I got some geese over here. Maybe we'll be able to take a shot at them. Eh. Alright, we're done chasing after that moose. It doesn't seem like we got a decent kill on him. We'll run over here real quick and see if maybe we get lucky and those wolves are angry and want to attack us, but realistically they probably ran away already. But yeah. Oh, what's this? I just saw something moving over here. Ah, it's just a moose. Boo! We got too many moose. It's alright. That's alright. What time is it? 15:20. I think we're late enough in today that when we're done with this episode, we'll move on to the next reserve. See if there's anything else nearby. Oh, that moose there. Well, let's try. Since the wolves don't seem to want to play, we'll go ahead and run up and see if we can get this moose before he runs off. Kind of move around to the side to hopefully get a good shot off on him. Start walking so I don't spook him from too far away. Let's see. Unfortunately, the terrain, as usual, is non-cooperative, so we'll just go do it this way. Just gotta try. Oh. I thought I saw... Sometimes you get a little bit of a different perspective when you're not in the scope. As always, I don't get the visual cue, and I don't have surround sound, so... Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Get... Crap. He's already running. Where'd he go? Did he go down? I don't think so. Did we get him? Yeah, we didn't get him. Well, that sucks. It's kind of really. I was kind of hoping that we got him. I think we winged him, but I don't think I was able to land the vital organ hit. Let's go over here and see what we did. Yep, non-vital organ hit. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks hard. Well, hello. It takes a little while. I'm having a long delay between when my video, between when my stuff is happening and then it actually shows up on the stream. There's some kind of, the latency setting for this, for whatever reason, defaulted to something really bad. So there's a long delay between when you say something and then I see it and then I respond to you and it comes back. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get much done today, but that's fine. We got a few kills, we got a couple of moose, and it is what it is. For those of you who are just watching this offline, thank you very much for watching. Click the like button to subscribe, and subscribe to the channel to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. You can join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So again, thank you for watching. Be sure to come back for our next Call of the Wild video, among all the other stuff that we're doing, and I'll see you then. All right, that's it for our video game recordings for the day. And since we don't seem to have much in the way of people hanging out, and we don't have anything in the queue to talk about or videos to watch, we're going to go ahead and end our live stream here. Hopefully in the future, we'll gain an audience that kind of hangs out and does some stuff. But until then, we're just doing recordings. So thank you very much for joining me for today's live stream, Gunthrek Live. Be sure to come back tomorrow at 4 if you're interested in hanging out and, you know, helping to grow the audience here. As I said at the beginning of this episode, it's kind of like I'm treating this kind of like the old game shows where you guys are kind of sitting in the audience and then we record the actual show for the offline guys. So, you know, makes it a little bit more fun. You get the live experience. Anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back, do all the things I said to the other guys about liking and subscribing and, you know, joining as members and all that other kind of stuff. I'll see you again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Have a great day, guys.